Hi, my name is Francesca, and this will be my knitting and crafting podcast. I am 29 years old. I am Italian. I've been knitting and crocheting and cross stitching and everything since I was very, very little. I decided to start my own podcast. I've been watching knitting and also cross stitch videos for years and years now, and I'm currently unemployed, so I have a lot of time to knit, and also I wanted to share what I do. It's a really strange time in my life, so I also wanted to branch out, do something completely out of my comfort zone, such as talking to my phone alone in my house. As I said, I don't know, this is gonna be so strange. I also don't want to I don't want to try and edit too much of the videos, because I don't want to waste too much time. Also, I'm gonna be talking with my hands a lot. It's so like, they look so big. They look so like, when I talk with my friends in real life, I don't realize that I have such present hands. I'm sorry. I come from the central part of Italy. I studied in Rome. I went to law school. Then I came here in Milan, where I've been living for about 5 years now. I started working in a big law firm as a trainee lawyer, and then I changed. I went to work for another big law firm, and then I got burnt out. Earlier this year I decided to stop working, because I was so stressed out is a nice way of putting it. I was severely burnt out, so I decided to take some time off work. In the meantime, I passed the bar exam, so I'm officially a lawyer now. I also realized that I don't want to be a lawyer. So I passed the bar. I studied a lot for the bar up until last month, October. So it's not like I didn't do anything. On the contrary, it was like one of the most stressful times in my life. So a couple of months ago now, in October, I passed the bar exam, and now I've just been relaxing and not even trying to figure out what I want to do with my life, because it's very complicated, and it's not something that you do in like a couple of weeks. And also it's very scary to have been working for like 10 years since I graduated high school in a very specific field, and now like I don't know if I want to keep doing that. I don't know if I'm good at it. Anyways, this is not about that. This is about my crafting life. I have always been a very crafty person since I can remember. The first craft that I started was when I was, I think, 7 or 8. I learned how to do cross stitch when I was in middle school, and then I kept doing that. I kept stitching, and then I was taught by my mother how to crochet, and then when I was in at university, I taught myself how to knit, and so I've been doing that for 6 or 7 years, maybe not. Yeah, I started knitting in 2017, I believe, so 5 years. And it's my favorite thing. This month, I've been living my dream life. It's not my dream life because I'm unemployed and I've been living off my savings. But I think it's how, in an ideal world, it's how I would want my life to be. I wake up, I have breakfast, and I start knitting and watching knitting podcasts. And also this is why I want to start my own podcast, because I've been watching so much of it. Now it's Christmas time, so I've been watching a lot of Vlogmas videos. I don't know if Vlogmas is a plural. Anyway, and then I have my lunch, and then I start knitting again until my boyfriend comes home, and I have to. I don't have to, but I like cooking something for us. Let's start talking about knitting and crafting. I wanted to show you my latest creations. I've been knitting and making in general a lot of Christmas presents this past month, and the first two things that I made were these two balaclavas. These are going to be, as you can see, they're like opposite. Like I made the contrasting details with. You can tell what I'm trying to say. These are made with drops air held double, which is like one of those blown yarns. They're very like soft and airy. I used a pattern off of Etsy. I couldn't find it on Ravelry. It's called. It doesn't even have a name. It's like a balaclava pattern by Rose Knitwear, and they were so fun to make. These are why I have two. Actually, one is going to be for me, and one is going to be for one of my best friends, which asked me if I could make her one. And I don't know, I feel like this one didn't turn out as great. Like the stitch definition is better in this one, and I prefer this one. So I'm going to let her choose which one she wants, and I'm going to keep the other one. And I feel like she has red hair, so maybe this one is going to look better on her. I don't know. Just for, I'm gonna try. No, I'm gonna try. It's not like it's not the most flattering look, but it's very, very warm. And the best thing is that I made a little one just this morning for her cat. This is completely self-drafted. I knit this flat, so I did like a rectangle, and then I did some increases in the middle, which didn't turn out really nice. I mean, I don't know. And then I did 2 buttonholes for the ears, and then I bound off, and then I sewed this piece, and also a bit of this side, which is going to be the part where the face goes. Last year I did a pair of socks for this friend of mine, and I did a pair of socks, matching socks for her cat as well. So I hope she's going to love her, and or like it at least, or at least it's going to fit, I don't know. And then I made this, what's it called? Like a little bag. It's not very, doesn't slide very well. With just some random fabric that I had and that I thought went well. The colors are slightly different in real life, and I put a tag with my Instagram username, which is going to be also the one for this channel, I think, because I do want to start. I don't know if I want to start my own business, but like crafting and knitting business, but so many of my friends tell me that I should do it. I don't know if I do want to do it, because I don't know if I want to turn it into something, into a job. I don't know if I want to turn a pleasure into something that maybe is not so pleasurable. Is it a word? I don't know. Anyway, by the ways, I made both of these sweaters. They are the ones that I wear around the house in the winter because it's so cold. I made, and they're like in very, very bad condition. They are all peely, because again, I wear them around the house. This is a flax, not flax, like the flax pattern by Tin Can Knits. I made this years ago in a yarn made by Drops. It's very inexpensive. I think it's I have no clue, but there is a lot of alpaca in this, and it's very, very warm. It's just a regular sweater. And then this year I made this other one, which, if I'm not mistaken, is self-draft. I don't know. I feel like I self-drafted a lot of it. It's made with 3 different yarns that I recycled from other things. I bought a baby blanket and 2 sweaters off of Vinted, which is an app like eBay but for used clothes, which I paid, like, in total I paid 10 euros, but I had a lot of yarn, because in this moment in my life I've been trying to save on yarn. I've not been the best at saving up, but crafting is one of the things that gives me joy. So I do want to save up, but I don't want to limit myself too much. So anyway, I wanted to make like a very chunky cardigan to wear around the house, because this house that we live in, it kind of gets cold. So I was tired of getting cold, and so I used 3 yarns held together. And this was a very like simple top-down cardigan pattern. I feel like it's one of the most, I don't know, I feel like I used a very popular pattern for the numbers, and then I improvised. And I didn't do button band. I did these 2 things that I tie in a nice ribbon bow, in a nice bow. The work that I'm making now is not like, I'm doing a lot of very simple mindless knitting. I feel like in this moment of my life I don't have a lot of neurons. So all of this to say that I made a very, very nice, simple hat for my father using random scraps that I had. I had a tiny amount of blue yarn. I had 3 different scraps of blue yarn that were kind of the similar. They were all kind of fingering or slightly thicker, and then I had gray yarn. So I held together all the blue yarns, and I held 2 strands of the random gray one that I had, and I really loved it. I made this I made it yesterday afternoon, all in one sitting. It took like about 4.5 hours, and it's going to go to my dad. This is I used the number 1 most popular hat pattern by Think and Knits again. My God, I look awful in this hat. I think it's the barley hat, which is designed for worsted weight yarn, I believe. I really like the stripes. I want to make something for myself in blue and gray stripes. So cute. I hope my dad likes it. Then last week I made a present for my brother. In our family we joke and we say that he looks like a raccoon because he has he was like born with very deep under eyes circles, and that also his face, and also his personality, he feels like a raccoon, you know. So I made this for him for his room. It's a pillow cover. It's corner to corner. I made it corner to corner. There's a pattern by Kinga Erdem. I don't know. I will maybe write all the patterns in the description of this video. And this is not knitting, this is crochet. And this was so fun to make. I had to learn this new technique, which is it was not hard at all, but it was challenging enough for my very limited amount of neurons in this moment. So you start, I think you start here, maybe, and you go this way. This was so addicting to make. It's not like very elegant, or it's just fun, and I know he will love it and use it. Maybe he spends a lot of time in his room because he's at university right now, so he's studying a lot, so maybe he will keep it like behind his back. And the back is terrible. I thought I had enough green. I wanted to make it all green, and so I started making a green like this. I need first this panel, the front panel, and then I crocheted the back panel in the same like corner to corner technique. So I didn't have enough green, and I didn't want to buy more green, so I had to use basically this was almost 5 full skeins of these 5 colors. So it's a lot of it's very kind of heavy. And then I made I folded some of the front panel behind, and I'm explaining this so bad. And then I made some button. I didn't even make buttonholes. Just there is space between the crochet stitches. Sorry. As you can tell, English is not my first language, but I do my best. The next work in progress is a doll. A doll that I'm making, I'm crocheting for one of my friend's boyfriend, the boyfriend of a friend. I made a doll for this friend, which looked like him, like a friend-shaped doll for his birthday in June. Maybe I will try and put some pictures of this doll, and he was so happy about it. And his boyfriend now asked me if I can make a doll that looks like him, so they can be together, you know. So I'm using a pattern. I'm not completely modifying it, but I am modifying a pattern that was made. It's not for dolls. It's for a little bear, but it's basically this, like the structure is the same if you don't do like a bear face or ears. So I'm just improvising. So I made I'm holding a arm which I just made. I had to get very creative for the hair because he has kind of curly hair. So I looked up on Pinterest for ideas, and I found instructions for it's a crochet pom-poms made with chains. So you chain a lot of chains, and then you insert the hook in, like if you chain 30 and insert your hook in every 5 chains, and then you pull the yarn throughout the like chains. It's hard to explain, but I made a lot of chain pom-poms, and I think it looks kind of realistic. I'm also going to make a backpack for him and a matching jacket. I'm gonna make a backpack and a little vase with a plant because he loves plants, and then I'm probably going to put something in the backpack, like a book which reminds me of him, or something else that reminds me of this person that I'm making this for. It's very fun to make, but it's kind of time consuming because the yarn, which is cotton, is very, very, very thin. So a lot of people ask me to make this kind of dolls, but for money, I mean to sell them, but like I would have to charge 100 euros at least for this, but no one is going to pay 100 euros for a doll, I believe. This is another thing that kind of makes me think whether I should start my own business or not, because I think that knitting and crocheting are not how can I say, people don't give them enough value, so I feel like I can't ask. It would be very difficult to price to give a fair price to whatever I make. But I'm making this for friends, and it's now that I have a lot of time, and I can make them for fun. These were all my current whips. I forgot to bring out my dream knitting yarn, so wait a second. So much yarn. Okay, where to start? The first thing that I want to make next, and by next I mean tomorrow, is a Christmas vest. I got these 3 big balls of, they're actually called big balls. I didn't know, I didn't realize. They're 45% wool, 35% alpaca, and 20% acrylic. And this is like a beige natural color. I have a red, and then I have a browny green, or like a mix between the two. I thought when I bought them, which I bought them at craft fair, very big craft fair, I thought that this was going to be green. When I got out, I looked at it in the natural light and it was brown. But anyway, I want to make a vest for Christmas. Now that I look at it, like, this is how much is this? This is 360 meters for 200 grams. So is it like a, I don't know if it's a, maybe it's a worsted or a, I don't know, I have to make some calculations. I hope I can make a vest before Christmas. So I'm going to self-draft it, and I will put, maybe if I can, some of the inspiration for the vest that I want to make. I want to make it bottom up, using red as a background color. Then I want to make like a stripe, I don't know, using this as a like for the stripe, and inside I want to make like a Fair Isle flower using this color, and that's it. And then I want to like make a regular round neck vest, so I can layer with it. And I have to start tomorrow. Okay. Then some random other acquisitions. I'm not buying, as I said, I'm not buying a lot of yarn, but I went to a yarn store a few days ago to buy yarn for the doll. I didn't have the orange, and the lady was selling this amazing mohair for €2. I asked her if this doesn't have a label, and I asked her if it's all mohair, and she said that it is. I don't know, this feels like there's some acrylic in it. I don't know, it's okay. I want to make, this has such beautiful colors. I think I want to make like a hat or a cowl or both with this, holding it with just some white or cream yarn. So this would be nice, maybe during the Christmas, around Christmas. Maybe I can, this is why I brought this out. Maybe I can hold it with this deep purple yarn. This is a yarn that I used for a ranunculus sweater. This is made in my home region. You maybe know that Italy is divided into regions, like, for example, Sicily is a region, or Tuscany. My region is called Abruzzo, and we are famous for sheep raising. How do you We're famous for sheep, but mostly for like food and not yarn, and not like it's the yarn is not very very soft. Anyway, there is this lady which has a flock of yarn, no, a flock of sheep, and she makes yarn out of it, and I bought this from her, so this is very special, and I had a lot of it left from my ranunculus, which maybe I will show you in future videos, and I feel like this will go very nice with it, because there is a lot of purple in this mohair. Ah, wow, now that I realize they're kind of similar. This is the next yarn that I wanted to show you. I have 3 skeins of this. This is amazing yarn that I bought in another region of Italy, and this is also like this comes from a very small flock, and was quite expensive. That I bought it this summer. There is like the colors are stunning. So there is a lot of yellow, of orange, it's amazing, of purple. I have 3 skeins of like this, and I want to make like a very simple sweater, like weekender, or I want to make something with a lot of what's the opposite of stockinette? The opposite of stockinette. It can think of the word. And then I have just a plain undyed skein. I will leave the link if you are interested in a small flock Italian yarn. I have to go now. I have to go to the cinema with one of my friends. I feel like this went kind of nice. I had fun. So maybe I will do other videos. Maybe I can show you around. I can show you around Milan if you're interested. I can show you yarn shops here in Italy. Yeah, I hope anyone who is maybe watching this has enjoyed this, and I will maybe see you soon. Bye.